What's going on, you guys? It's your Huggable Hipster here, and welcome to another episode of The Casual Nerd. Oh boy. Well, there's a lot that's happening. Bethesda Showcase happened yesterday. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot that's going to happen in the gaming industry. We are going to be well fed for not only this year, but also next year. Scorn is finally going to be coming out. I'm surprised that it's coming out this year. And yes, we're just jumping right into it. No hi, no how are you, no coffee tilt. We're flying in. There were so many instances where I was thinking when I was writing up my piece for for not only a news / editorial thing, I realized now looking back on it in retrospect, I should have just went towards an entire news piece instead of an editorial, because I forgot to mention Starfield in my editorial piece. I only remembered that I should have added it once I posted the piece. It obviously didn't stick out to me that much, to be real. I'm not even going to be getting Starfield, to be quite honest. Starfield, besides the customization, it didn't look to me, appealing. Like, okay, I've seen this before. We're in space. We're doing space stuff. But in other game-breaking news, Kojima is going to be working with Microsoft and making, I suppose, a new horror game. I don't know if it's going by this code overdose that we're seeing, but it could be. Anything is possible at this point, let's be real. And then Kojima Productions had to go in and do damage control because the PlayStation fanboys were just, being PlayStation fanboys. I don't understand it. I will never understand PlayStation fanboys as long as I live. Also, there's not going to be any inserts over my face. I'm going to be doing kind of like an old-fashioned casual nerd where I'm basically just, talking all the time and you can see my face. I'm really looking forward to the partnership between Kojima and Xbox. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait to see what they produced together. It's going to be just a marriage made in heaven. I was about to say a match made in heaven, but you know what? A marriage made in heaven too. Also, next up in gaming news, we have Layers of Fear, a psychological horror chronicle coming in 2023. Now, a lot of you are probably surprised by my reaction just now, but I'm not a fan of the Blobber team. There's been countless amounts of evidence that has shown them plagiarizing certain companies and certain games. I am not really a fan, obviously, of plagiarism, but it states here that following a week of not exactly so subtle teasers of the Blubber team, or Bloober team, I keep mispronouncing their name, Blubber, God, people are gonna hate me. They announced at the Summer Game Fest that the next big horror project will be Layers of Fear, a psychological horror chronicle built upon the foundation of the original Layers of Fear that is set to debut next year. Now, part of me is like, oh my god, I'm so excited for this. This is so amazing. But then I have to think logistically. I have to think reasonably here. I have to think realistically. The company that makes this, after what I've been finding out about this company, it's not really. I'd rather put my money towards a company that I know is both good and their games are solid. A lot of people are probably going to tell me, Ariel, it's just a game, it shouldn't matter to the company. But the company are people, and the people make the game. So I'm supporting the people who are making the game. You see where I'm going with this, Karen? It also states here that Layers of Fear is actually an updated, expanded compilation of the original Layers of Fear, the Inheritance DLC. Okay, so this I did not know. Indirect sequel of Layers of Fear 2. Interesting. Okay. I might be down to actually see they do have the trailer here. Okay, so we will watch that trailer just so I can get a sense of where they're going with it. In my opinion, I feel like the first two Layers of Fear games were very good. I really, really enjoyed them. Did I see concepts and aspects even back then when I played them of other types of games that I've played before? Of course. Do I love the fact that Tony Todd was the one who was the narrator throughout the entire game? That had to have been my favorite part, in all honesty. Now to go on to some news that has me really kind of peeved is that Silent Hill, the announcement by Catastrophe Gans, will delight video game fans. There's a French version of the interview, and there was also an English version. I'm guessing this is the English version. Don't quote me on that. But basically, in a nutshell, is that there's going to be another Silent Hill movie. I'm not taking anything for face value until I see either the director or I see Warner Brother Pictures or someone release a trailer. And let's also be honest here, Silent Hill, I'd have to say primarily the first one that they did, the first adaptation movie. That was the most well done adaptation from a game to a movie I've ever seen. Now, granted, up next I'm going to be reviewing the very first Silent Hill game that I was able to get on my PC. Thank you so much, DuckStation. Not sponsored by DuckStation at all. I just use their software and I was able to, you know, do the whole tech thing and be all techie and savvy and mod and, you know, emulate and do all the things that tech people do and have it on my computer. So, but you know, my mind might change later on after I've played the very first game, because so far I've played 2, 3, For the Room, and Homecoming. I have not played any other Silent Hill games besides those, so it'll be really interesting to dive into the very first one, because this is something I've wanted to do for a while. The movie, I will stick to my guns when I say that it is one of the best video game to movie adaptations I think I have ever seen in my entire life so far. There was a lot. There was a lot that happened in gaming overall. I mean, you know, it also states here that, you know, I'm guessing Christoph Gans said that I worked on a script for a new Silent Hill, but also for Fatal Frame and Project Zero for us Europeans. Oh, so Fatal Frame is Project Zero for Europeans. Okay, got you. It would be the next film. Besides, the script is ready over 2 years of COVID. So they worked on this entire thing during COVID. I'm very trepidatious. Very, very much with the trepidation. But you guys, I know this casual nerd was all over the place today and it's late. Do forgive me about that. But yeah, it's been quite chaotic here with everything going on, both in the industry and in personal life. So yeah, if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below, because I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Wednesday, it's going to be my review of Sifu. Very excited for that. And stay casually nerdy, you guys. I will see you all in a much less crazier, hectic video. Bye, you guys.